All right, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. How y'all doing? Welcome back to Vesta Angels Tarot. This is going to be your reading for April the 9th, 2025. I hope everybody is well. Um, we need to do a Venus leaves Pisces video, but we're not going to do it today. Let's just do something hardly what we do on this channel. I do it every now and then, but for, let's just do a video of, hey, extraordinary, of how they feel about you. Okay. Now, I don't do like most channels with the same old titles and everything like that. I've been doing energy check-ins for years, but now all of a sudden a lot of people have started calling certain titles their energy update, energy check-ins, and they are newer than my channel. But you know what can you say? But I rarely do a title like that. But we're going to do now. This doesn't have to be a lover. It can be a possible date. It can be a family member. It can be, depending on how it plays out, it will resonate for you. If it don't, then make sure you check out my all zodiac sign reading that I did one day last week. You can also look at last month all zodiac sign reading and all the readings in between, especially the Venus retrograde. Okay, so if you're really needing information about partnership, then I suggest you look at the Venus goes retrograde. I did that a couple of weeks ago. Okay, all right. So let's just do now. This is and I'm really wanting to do this because we're gonna do another one. Okay, and we may have to do several because K2 and Rahu will be moving next month, and that is a huge deal. It will be leaving Virgo and Pisces and moving to Leo and Aquarius. Now, Leo fifth house is a dating house. So if you have not been dating or interested in dating and you've been single or hermit mode, and you know, get ready because that's about to change. And some of you could be dating for the next 18 months or at least getting out meeting people. Okay. So because K2 and Rahu being in the 12th and a 6th house, it it really is not about dating. That's more about closure, endings, realizations. Do they like me, or am I having some type of illusion? Um, Things are bigger than actually what it is. And then you're talking about sixth house of Virgo, more about connecting to spirituality, to your religion, the health of things, not only yourself but your environments, which can be where you work, your living environments, you know, um, just the health of partnerships, right? Also, getting more in tune with yourself, with K2 had been in Virgo. But it's about to go into a friends group. 11th house is about association with people, right? So now you would be questioning, and it's going to be opposition to your dating house. So it's going to be very interesting. What do we have here? We had the Four of Wands to pop out in reverse. Foundation, lack of foundation, lack of stability, feeling like a lack of achievement. Wanting to get something, back situated, back on the table. And, this reading also can be pertaining just to you. Your foundations in life, your achievements that you need or want to look more into or to aspire to. inspire, inspiration, aspire, um, getting things back in order. Even if you're talking about getting your own foundation back, as having a stable relationship with somebody. The basis of a great foundation of a friendship starts there, and then it really leads to love. So, like I tell anybody that wants to date me or meet me, if you can't be my friend, then how am I eventually supposed to fall in love with you? So, establishing new foundations in life, and foundations can be material, spiritually, partnership wise, business wise, of course, school, education, and what you call that, like partnership, like marriage foundations. Okay, so now we have the crown chakra, and Mercury is still retrograde, also Venus, um also Saturn, until like 3 more days, until the 12th and the 14th. Okay, Venus and Mercury. So things are, or can begin to get clearer. Okay. hmm Now, speaking of this specific person, and hopefully y'all don't got more than one. Well, if you do, that's good. But I hope that from this aspect, you can get messages about all of them, or it may just come out for one. Not quite sure. But we have the crown chakra in reverse, so they don't know what to think. Do you like them? Could you build or have a foundation with them? Do you see them as a sense of an achievement by commitment and or acknowledging them, wanting to build with them? For some of you that want children, could you see them as a family person? You know, and some of you may be asked, okay, well, oh, that's the truth. Look at there, Ace of Swords, triumph and success. So I'm on the right path, of course, because this is what they're telling me, right? And it also landed in concerned energy. That means, is it a yes or is it a no? But they don't know. So it depends on what's about to go down, okay? What's about to be said, what's about to be discussed. Like I said, two important planets going direct: Venus, which is love and partnership, foundations, achievements. Um, Love is the basis of everything, whether it's business. You have to love what you do, you have to love what you create, you have to love where you work, you know. Um, Also, relationships. You have to love your best friend, you have to love a lover that you're in a relationship with, you have to love your marriage or your spouse. Um, of course, you love your family, and just the immediate close ones, right? I'm just playing. But anyway, so yeah, the crown chakra. Now, this person may also be in the midst of getting downloads, especially being more open to that, from a spiritual standpoint or religious, however you want to say it. Um, because it takes a lot. It really takes the foundation of spirituality and or religion, for a person to achieve proper relationships. You know, it does. Because if it's all about the material world as a love relationship and or marriage, then what does that tell you? How far do you really think that that's going to go? That at some point will cause a lot of envy and jealousness. And a lot of relationships and marriages um, were defeated or not achieved to its highest potential or level because of envy and jealousness. And that can come out in all different type of forms. One spouse or one person cheating, one person going out, spending more time with other people, in clubs and restaurants and bars and with other friends, neglecting or not paying attention to the other spouse or other person. That can cause jealousy, envy if one person or spouse makes way more money, then the other person may feel uh, less achieved, not helping or able to help build and continue to build a foundation of the marriage and or the home, or in materialism. It can go all type of ways. Okay. Also control issues, right? That's too many. So far we have, they don't know what to say. They don't know what to think. And they're thinking, okay, also, is this achievable? Will this be long lasting? And also, do you see them as partnership material, Four of Wands? Could you see yourself living together? Or do they see y'all living together, having a family? Maybe you already got kids and they don't, or maybe they do and you do too. Is that, or can it be a blendable family? You understand? Four of Wands is the foundation of everything, which starts at home. So if you're thinking about, or if they're thinking about love and partnership and getting into a relationship with you, or taking it to a next level, is this, or are they, or are you marriage material? Ooh. So now we have Mr. DeVille. I told y'all I was watching Supernatural because we supposed to call him Crowley, right? Shout out to Supernatural. Because I don't even like saying the word devil, but that's why y'all hear me say DeVille, right? DeVille, bring down the veil, bringing down the veil of this material world, which is hell. I hope y'all know that, right? Um, Temptation. Okay, so obviously they're very attracted to you. And don't find that offensive, because that is part of why you date somebody, is because you have to be attracted to them some type of way. Their eyes, their hair, their body shape, um, physical appearance, also can be their mind, some type of the way that they think. Um, for some of you, the way that they lust, or their intimate level, whatever it is, they have a strong temptation towards you, which, I mean, I can say is bad and I can't say it's good or not good, but there is a level of temptation here. This is how they feel about you. Okay, so they also don't know, I mean, they do know why they have this sense of temptation or attraction towards you, but they also feel that it's a lot. So this person really, they really dig you. They really find you very tempting. Let's just say that. So also, in other words, they really can see themselves chained to you. Because if you look in, this deck here, the original Rider-Waite is two people, um, naked, right? That are chained to each other. So I'm not saying for everybody, but or was that the start, the beginning for some of you of this relationship? It started out intimately or sexually, and now they don't know what to think. Um, but luckily, the Ace of Swords here. So anytime you would see the Ace of Swords to come out with Crowley over here, um, um, the Ace of Swords can break that chain, okay? Because it can or will be a constant conversation or enlightenment that both of you would be at. In other words, they feel that they can talk to you. Okay? Um and that's a good thing. Now, if the Ace of Swords wasn't out and only these three swords, then that would be something that would be another story. Okay? See there? Throat chakra. hmm We need to get one more. Like I already said in the beginning, they don't know what to say or even say to their self about how or why they are so attracted to you. I'm not saying that you're not a pleasant eye to look at, but it's like they're probably saying to themselves, like, where is all this coming from? Maybe they have been admiring you for a while, or maybe you were standing in line for to get something to eat, or pick up your order or something like that, and they work at that particular place and you come in there all the time and they always see you, so they're always that sense of admiring you built up. Also, the Crowley card or the Devil card can also be fantasy, you know, fantasy in their mind. And with the crown and the throat here, they don't know what to say or how to approach you, you know. This is why the communication card is here. Again, Mercury still being retrograde a couple more days. But I really think that that's going to change. This person is going to say something, especially if they are newer. Look at there. The Emperor in reverse. I'm telling you, this Emperor don't know what to do. Um, we keep saying that over and over and over again. We got the Eight of Swords in reverse, trapped in fear. So, like I say, this person does want to come out of feeling trapped. Choose because they want to choose wisely. And it seems like they don't really want to wait on an answer to fulfill this wish. Then I'll just tell you about daydreams. Daydreams, and also I see rebuild and share the love. So this person may also have came out of something else, separating from something else, and this also can be some reason why they're trapped in fear to begin something else. The Emperor here wants to make a better choice. And look at that, Four of Wands and the Temperance. Called out the Hermit, and there it go. I don't know, this person also, like I said, is spiritually seeking a true foundation. So this person does want relationship. Now, if they just recently got out of something, it could have been weeks, days, years. Okay. Um, they're very torn or very Ace of Swords about making this choice to approach you, to talk to you about this, to ask you out. They're even scared about achieving this because with the Emperor here in reverse, they do not want or it cannot cost them to make another mistake. Okay, which I mean by picking another wrong relationship or getting involved with somebody that does not want to achieve or to build anything. You understand? Temptation is temptation. And people a lot of times get pulled very easily into temptations. But like I say all the time, and I say this to people who want to date me, or we do date and we're starting out new, I ask them where your mind at. Because temptation that's nothing, right? Because let's say that you are a person that has intimate affair and you do that, right? Then what? Because that's what I ask people. I ask them hypothetically, okay, if we were to have this temptation and get that out the way, and I ask them, now what? A lot of times, Ace of Swords, throat chakra in reverse. I'm not saying I did the thing. I'm saying I asked them hypothetically. I say, okay, so if I was to do this with you, and after that, then what? They don't know what to say. So that lets me know not to even take that step with them. Because an emperor, and if they do really see me as wanting to make a foundation and have an achievable relationship or partnership, they'll have an answer. They'll have an answer. Because let me tell you something about masculines. When they see you, even if they see you from afar, they already categorize what category that they're going to put you in and what they want with you. Don't be deceived by this, divine feminines. Okay? Don't be deceived by this. When a masculine sees you and meets you for the first time, it can be during the introductory, right? They already know what they want to establish with you and what category they want to have with you. You can be the best scholar in the world, but if this person approaches you and in their mind, what they're seeking and what they want, temptation, it don't matter how smart you are, what GPA you have, how many cars or houses you got. This masculine already know what they want to have with you when they introduce themselves, when you introduce yourself, or when you have that first date or after that first date. They already know what they want to have with you. You say, or how good you talk, or how smart you sound, it doesn't matter. Because a masculine has already made up their mind what they want to have and to do with you. They already intuitively know. So for a lot of divine feminines to go around and be like, oh, masculines don't use their intuition, they do. They just use it differently. Because in their mind, their foundation and achievements and triumph and success is looked at and had and gotten differently than divine feminines. Divine feminines look at foundations and achievable moments as a great home, a comfortable home. Children are good. They're fed. They're clothed. School, right? After school activities. Interest in their friends. Play dates with the friends, with their children, right? Bake sales, all type of stuff. Divine feminine's achievements and success is felt and looked at differently in categories than masculines. Masculines worry about different type of triumph, success, achievements, and goals in their life, and also stable foundations, which means home. A stable foundation also can mean a stable car, a decent car for them, whether they want to be a family man or whether they want to be single. Also, based on the type of car that they choose, also shows um, what they want, how they want to live their life, and what they are able to turn in for something else. It's like a masculine that turns in or their hot rod for a minivan, because he knows that on down the line he's going to start having children if that's going to be their only car for a while until she gets a car or something like that. So he'll probably trade in his car, get a minivan or something, give her the minivan, and then make another achievable moment and buy him another car. But that's just an example, but you get what I'm saying. Hey Reese, how you doing? So in masculine's mind, their achievements are different But again, as soon as they meet you, they already know what they want to have with you. Whether it's a one night stand, whether you're gonna be a third party, it don't mean that they're gonna tell you they're gonna put you in a third party at first, or even at all. But unfortunately, that's how it is. They also see you and know in their mind that, yeah, she's gonna be my wife. hmm She's gonna be my wife within the next 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. So they will build their triumph and success from the inside by curving other temptations and creating more establishment, achievable moments, building a foundation, and building this triumph of success with communication with you, because they already know that they want to marry and to wife you. You understand? But others, they already know they want to keep it at a temptation level. So the hermit is seeking a lover. They are going within right now for downloads, answers. This is why, remember I tell you that when the emperor does not know what to do, it turns into the hermit. For spiritual guidance, religious guidance, however you want to say it. And then out comes the page with all of the questions. Now remember that the page is not the ace. Even though it's holding the ace of swords, it's going to be page like communication and questions. What's your favorite color? What things do you want to achieve in the future? Because, like I said, this is how they feel about you as a question. So, especially if this is somebody new, it's going to be page energy because they don't know you like that. So you can't expect them to come in the door as an emperor. They have to start out as a page. It's going to gather into a knight, and then the knight chooses to leave the foundation of the hermit and turn back into the king and then the emperor. Your building also will be building foundation as stages, right? The dating stage, getting to know each other, talking on the phone. Some people quickly go to intimacy, then you full blown dating, and then you say, okay, we're together, whatever type of title, and then it goes from there, right? But this person will be a page, or you see them as a page, because maybe they're not doing a lot, maybe they're not asking a lot of important questions right now, um because they're trying to figure out what to ask you. And I do put that on Mercury being retrograde and Venus at the same time. Now, if Venus was not retrograde and Mercury was, then that will be something different. If Venus was retrograde and Mercury wasn't, then that will be another story also. But you have both. You have both energies right now that's like a question mark. Okay? See there, a page. Like I'm telling you, is going to be page energy. It's some type of offer. Hey, do you want to date? How do you feel about me? And I just had a glimpse of something. This person may ask you, how do you feel about them? You better not go and tell this person you see them as a page. They're going to be like, excuse me? They not going to know what that is. Not most of them. And again, I teach y'all, don't expect a whole bunch of stuff in the beginning, because you're not. That's how you get caught up in things and titles and relationships before you're ready to announce yourself to purposely be into something. Both of you should be pages, asking questions, minimal offers, minimum invitations, getting to know each other. Okay? Very limited temptation between each other, because you don't want that to be only the basis. Okay? So this person, how do they feel about you? They see you as a page also. They see that you are making or will make small gestures. Um, hey, you want some water? You want a bottle of water? Hey, you want to go get a drink or a coffee? You want to go for a walk? You want to go get a movie, or you want to grab something to eat? Um, they see that you're doing the very minimum. And that also can be why their throat and their crown chakra is in reverse, because a lot more other people offer a lot or so much in the beginning, but this person sees that you are offering very little. You're offering very little. You're not trying to make a true commitment. You also could be showing very minimum temptation toward this person. And this is very questionable for them, because it makes them, as an emperor, make a proper choice. Because your minimalization also could be teaching this person that you're not in a rush to do anything, to become any title, or to be in any type of foundation just yet, not until you get to know what's going on. Nine of Cups. So we got the Nine of Cups to the Page of Pentacles. How this person feel about you? Like I said, they do see you as a wish fulfillment, but they're taking it slow. They're taking it very slow. I don't feel that they're being defensive. I feel that they've got their guards up. Now, this is very unusual. I would use that word for a masculine, but not necessarily if they are recently or just came out of something else. And this is why the Judgment card has came out in reverse. They're not trying to judge you, but they do have their guards up. Okay? They're not trying to make a judgment call about this situation about you, about how they feel about you right now, y'all conversations. They're not even making a judgment call on their level of the temptation of how they view you, which is they're attracted to you. And this can be masculine to feminine, same sex, or feminine to masculine. It doesn't matter. Okay? They're not trying to judge you or your actions. They're not even judging you if you are being very defensive with your guards up. This is why the Four of Pentacles is coming out in reverse. Both of you are opening or will open up to each other very minimal, very small. Okay? I don't really see either one of you will hold back or try to hold back, but it is both of you are keeping your, I don't want to say, I don't even really get that you're keeping your guards up, or them. I don't even really see a defensive mode. Um, I just feel this is very cautionary. Okay. So that is the Nine of Swords in reverse. See there, and the Two of Cups. I know what I'm talking about. Five of who is that? Five of Pentacles. I was finna say in reverse. So somebody here is ready to come out of this type of feeling, okay, of abandonment, of a sense of disregard, a sense of disrespect, also with the Emperor in reverse. um like anybody else, this person may have been hurt recently, or from the past. Also, you, recently or from the past. And this person does not want to feel abandoned. They don't want to be in another codependent type of relationship. So this also can be why they are very cautionary. And codependency could be a lot of different things. It can be somebody depending on them financially, and they could be trying to get themselves, back into great standing. um the Pentacles is time, money, and energy. Okay, so does this person even have the time and the energy to date, to entertain you, to achieve this, to turn this into a level of success? People have to make time to date. Only if you're not working and you don't have anything to do and everything is given to you, then you have all the time in the world to lay up and be intimate. You don't have to work. You don't have to do anything. Somebody pays all your bills. So you got a lot of time to just do whatever you want. But if these are two people that are working, trying to keep and achieve things in their life, especially if one person has children, maybe the other one don't, or you both, you do have some type of level of responsibility. Okay? So, this person, one of their first questions, they're trying to see if you are a codependent type of person or will be to them financially. Okay? Most of you are not. See their proposal in reverse. I believe this person can become an emperor and be a type of person that will take care of everything. Okay? But for whatever reason, this person needs to know that you are that person. That this is the true green grass on this side of the yard in order for them to do this. I feel that maybe they have done this already before and it caused some setbacks to them. And they also could, for some of them, be financially trying to recover from that. They may not talk about it. For some of them, they may. But, I don't even think they probably may view you like this. So this is them trying to get to learn you also as a page. See, taking a gamble, wanting to take a chance. That's what I'm saying. They do want to take a chance. And for both of you, it may not be commitment right off the bat. This is why we kept seeing these pages to come out, which is about, pages are like learning something new, learning somebody new, right? There's something flip. No. What is this? Breakup, forever, and endings. Like I said, both of you could have had breakups. I mean, who hasn't, right? So it's just about how long or the length of time has passed by for, and this could be something that maybe you did explain to them, that maybe you went through a bad breakup. This would be you gambling to take a chance on them. You're not looking for a commitment or a marriage proposal right now, but maybe it is a wish fulfillment, 9 of Cups to a 2 of Cups, that you do want in the future. But Page of Pentacles, I'm making small gestures. I'm making small offers right now. I'm trying to see, the grass is greener possibility. So I'm going to stay cautionary. 7 of Wands. I'm not judging you, and also please don't judge me. I'm going to be open to this, but I ain't stressed either. I'm going to get my rest. I'm going to get my sleep, and let's see how this new love, a sense of renewed hope for me, is going to turn out. 2 of Cups. And you know what? I'm keep seeing a mirror here. So whatever some of you may actually have been through also is mirroring. Did something else flip? This person has been through something very similar. Okay? I also feel that they're renewing their hope and love about you. Didn't I tell you secret admirer? Mm-hmm. And you got friends. No, they don't say friends. They say intimacy, self-esteem in reverse. So with the emperor also being in reverse, this person is renewing their self-esteem from being let down, hurt, in a financial bind, in a some type of bad codependency type of relationship where either they had to really see about somebody that I feel um needed some help, or they it was a person that didn't want to help their self. And as an emperor will still take care of somebody who does not want to help their self, because the emperor will be have that sense of triumph about their self and that sense of achievement. But how much and how long can you just really do that when you're wanting to build a foundation as a commitment, marriage, or a real relationship? You just can't go 70 years without the other person in a relationship not doing nothing. You know what I mean? Like, not doing nothing. Even if the emperor tells you not to do anything, you still can take some of that emperor's money and still build your own business. Build something, like do something. Start a kids' clothing line. Bake some cupcakes and sell them. Just do something, you know, as part of the foundation, because that keeps the flow. That keeps the flow of um what was I finna say? That shows the flow of karma. You understand? If the emperor is or they will take care of you, that's the giving. But where still is the reciprocation in some type of way? It can't all the time just be an intimate act. It has to be something that the universe sees that it's a flow of reciprocation. That's what Venus likes to see. When Venus does not see that, Venus does not bless a relationship when there's no reciprocation. Because I will show you this card again. This person, and back in the day, it was more about leprosy, right? This person here has to depend on this person. But what happens if this person passes away because of the snow, the ice, the cold, the lack of food that they can't find, the lack of help, the holding a hand out, asking for money or coins, or can you help to feed us? What happens if this person is gone? Then what? This is what we talk about when readers say, especially me, a sense of codependent. Because this person that is unhealthy, handicapped, seriously ill, or some type of way, don't necessarily have to be, but they need help at the moment because they're on crutches. So they're dependent on this person to find shelter, to find heat, to find food, water, shelter, education, money, whatever the case may be. But what happens when this person is gone or something happens to them? That's how a lot of relationships end up, when somebody gets into a relationship and just does nothing. Because even though that person may be seriously has a serious health problem, if you want to say leprosy, allegedly, or sick, or the emperor says, well, you don't have to do nothing, you don't have to work. Okay, are you still helping to build the foundation at home? Are you making it comfortable for the emperor? Is there peace? Is there love? Is there no jealousy, no envy? Is there real communication? Is there intimacy? Is there procreation to help build the emperor's legacy? Like, what is there? And I'm just asking the question because you have a lot of relationships and marriages where divine feminines just sit around and get their hair and nails done and they don't do nothing. And then the emperor, sooner or later, will feel neglected. Five of Pentacles. No type of reciprocation. Because Venus will feel like you're just taking, and nothing is being reciprocated in any type of way. And the emperor would then feel like that person walking in front of the person that has the codependency issue. I'm telling you some real stuff. You may not see it that way. You may not believe it. You got competition, the other woman. And that's how third party and other women and other men come into relationships and marriages. Because the lack of reciprocation. Ex-lover, spark, freedom, surrender, hook up in reverse. I did say one night stand. There it go. All right, let me clarify something real quick. What is this ex-lover? Because this is the second time that we have seen this card. We got, memories, remembering, mystery, magical power, a new event or happening, observant, and an omen. So this person is wondering, is trying to stay observant, and may also be keeping their distance to see if you have an old lover or still have a spark for a lover from your past. Some of you are still thinking about an ex. You may not physically be around them, entertaining them. It may not be no more one night stands with them or whatever, but they're still on your mind. So this person, how they feel about you, is wondering, do you still have an old spark for an ex-lover? Some of you may be saying no. They've been gone. So, but for some people, they're wondering, are you going to reconcile? Because we do have the Judgment card in reverse. That is reconciliation when it's in the upright. But, truthfully, some of y'all are not trying to reconcile with the ex-lover. But this also can be this person here that is wanting to take a gamble, having a new event with you, and unfortunately is still having to stay observant to whoever they were helping or tied to in some type of way. It could have been finances. It could have been, hey, send me some money. Because we fool around every now and then, so I still feel like I have the right to call and ask you for some money type of stuff. Or these two people were living together at some point. And one person left, and so it left the other person with the financial burden. So now they meet you, okay, and they're going through a breakup. So they're also wondering how they feel about you. Do you still have any memories or any ties to an ex-lover? Now, this person also sees an omen in you in some type of way. I don't know what religious denomination they are or what type of spirituality that they practice or do, or even what type of culture that they have internationally, because the crows in different culture can mean different things. What is this one night stand? Innocent, brand new, creative, spontaneous. inexperienced and tender. See, this is like another page. Like another page energy. This person does not, which is great news. This person don't see you as a one night stand person. And that's good. But they're wondering also, I have to say, are you too innocent to have a one night stand possibly with them? Because they are tempted. What is this freedom and surrender that's stuck in the middle here? It popped in the upright. Resources, finance. See, this is why I kept talking about this Five of Pentacles. Resource, finance, investments, prosperous, money, income, commerce, multiply in large quantity. So this person, how they feel about you is that you have the income and or the freedom or the money and the resources to be and to date or go wherever you want. You have that sense of freedom, because I don't think this person really sees that you are attached to anybody. So that's a good thing. So they do know that you are single, or that you're representing yourself very well as an actor or actress, as that you're single. But they also see you that, you remember I just talked to you about the emperor that wants to build a strong foundation, which can mean like starting a business together, buying a home together, or they buy the home. But will you be the great green grass that will be in front of the house to make that house prosperous? Or would you be the person that let the green grass turn to weeds because you're too busy not really having to do anything, but you don't upkeep anything? You understand? And I'm not being mean or rude, but the emperor does want to know things that they invest their money into, that their partner will help to upkeep it. You understand? It's not just about spending somebody's money. It's about the upkeep to what the emperor builds up. That's what is an achievement. You can achieve something, but to keep it an achievement, it has to be upkept, right? So how this person sees you is that you will be, I don't want to say like you're a piece of cattle, but you will be a great investment as a love relationship and or commitment in marriage. hmm Once this person does have some type of free money or money to invest, I feel that they are or will want to do something, and they hope that you are free or able to get some type of freedom to be able to do some type of activity. Something very spontaneous, like maybe go out or go on a short trip or something like that. So, some of you may be or work around commerce in some type of way. Uh, some of you may also share resources with this person. Can also be from the same land or country, financial institution. You may also think alike or want to invest in some of the same things, like owning a restaurant, owning a bakery. Maybe they want to create a clothing line, but maybe you draw. You get what I'm saying? It's something here also that both of you will be able to uh, have resources together and also invest together and also make money. Okay. This person hopes that also in the near future that you will have a large amount of time to be able to invest into them, which means that you will be open as a way to surrender some of your time to get to know them. You know how people say, well, yeah, I want to get to know you, but I just don't have the time. This person is hoping that you will be able to make time, because they're going to make time eventually um to spend with you. What is this over here? Look at her. I told you, I know what I'm talking about. This could be also by the next holiday. Now, I'm not saying you have to practice it, but I know it's Easter, and then we got what's going on in May. Mother's Day could also be one of their birthday or your birthday. We got Easter, Mother's Day. What's in June? I don't know. But only thing I know after that is July 4th. Okay. So between now and July, this passion, how they feel about you, this chemistry is going to increase. Okay? More kissing, chemistry, passion, lust, exhilaration, how they feel about you. Like I said, the next holiday, a sense of celebration. This also can be a time when intimacy finally takes place for some of you. I'm not quite sure. Explosive and hot sex. So, like I told you, by next month, K2 will be moving into the fifth house of Leo, which is procreation, the making of a child, the act of making of a child, passion, lust, dating, going out. Um, Also, the holiday with the child. Some of you may decide to take a trip with your child or children. They may also come along. They may also invest some type of money on the trip or pay for the trip or vice versa. And like I said, if you don't know who this is yet, some of you could be meeting a person by the next holiday. Not only Easter and Mother's Day, but up until I'm hearing Labor Day also. So you got 4th of July and also Labor Day. Now, if I missed a holiday, forgive me. I know we have other religious holidays in between that, like Passover and I don't know. But this also could be somebody's birthday as a celebration. Maybe you meet this person at an event. You may also decide to go watch fireworks somewhere. But this is cool. Now, I'm going to clarify this competition of the woman, because this is standing out to me. And let's see what it is. Because if this person is breaking up, it may be officially over, or this may be you with dealing with the ex by the next holiday. So something explosive can happen. I wish I didn't say that word on YouTube. But something can be very exhilarating, where that maybe they get into it, some type of altercation happen. Um because somebody is about to get their freedom, or somebody is going to surrender finally how they feel about you. The sun in reverse. So this competition or other woman, they don't want it. They're not happy with it. They want to escape it. They don't want to deal with it anymore. And like I told you, when K2 move into Leo, the sun, that's going to be May 27th, May 29th. So whatever this is that this person was either breaking up with or trying to leave, or whatever the case may be, or also moving more or gaining more money as a type of leadership position, manager, CEO, boss, shift leader, I don't know, whatever it is, business entrepreneurial, um, a great account, okay, a great investment or return on an investment can be by May 29th that is over. And this will move forward. It will move forward very exhilarating. Um, it's going to be outlandish chemistry here. that they have for you. I feel that some of you will want this sense of freedom to surrender, to start and enjoy this exhilaration of dating this person. They may also have great intimacy. If you didn't know, I told you. Well, not that I know personally, but it says it here. Okay. Because new love, renewed hope. This is going to be exhilarating. This person may have been admiring you for a while anyway, or vice versa. They just didn't have the self esteem at the moment, especially if they were breaking up with something else or dealing with something else or money issues. They didn't have the self esteem to step to you like an emperor. So, um, what is this commitment or proposal in reverse? It also could be if they were married, the separation or whatever could also be finalized by the end of May or by Labor Day, or some type of money separation will come to an end because somebody was immature. They're looking for a mature person to marry and commit to. Maybe you're it, maybe you're not. Maybe they're it, maybe they're not. Nothing is ever guaranteed, right? This card is also in reverse. Look at there, mature man. Last time I dropped the mic and I just left the YouTube because everything that I was saying was coming true. Now, as you can see, both of these people are older in this picture. But this is what this is, right? The whole point of proposal in marriage is to grow into this. Two mature people, two older people, you get gray hair or whatever, okay? But this is what this is. But all of them is in reverse because it's up to both of you to see if it is something that you want. Triumph and success. It's saying that it can be had, but only time can tell based on the investment. If you want to surrender and move into this, you will continue to see a omen if this is your person, you know. Let me check this fireworks, because just because you have house in reverse, I was saying just because you have a lot of lust and exhilaration, great intimacy, a lot of passion and kissing going on, don't mean nothing. They don't mean that the person is worthy of proposal, marriage, and commitment. It can be just two people that are wanting a brand new start. They're being very spontaneous, you know. They're in a tender moment in their heart, scared to surrender to each other. But that don't mean it's necessarily going to happen or to come true, right? Just because you're passionate with somebody don't make them marriage material. But for you, you're going to know, because it could be some type of mystery about this person or how they feel about you. You could come across very mysterious. They may also feel that you have some type of magical powers. People tell me that all the time that are interested in me. They feel like they say, "Oh, it's something about you." Yeah, I'm an oracle reader. That's what's about me. You get me? So they're trying to figure out, they're trying to read me, but you can't. I'm a crow. You understand? So they're gonna be like, it's something about you. Um, like they're gonna, like, people steady try to be observant about me because they can't put their finger on what it is, right? But you, because you watch these readings, you're gonna understand the omen that you get, that you see, that comes across to you. It also could be a huge flock of birds. It could be a single bird out of nowhere that comes close to you, that fly by you. That means that you will get a message with this person. It also could be the ex that tries to message you, especially if you have not blocked them. That can be an omen that they're trying to stop you from moving forward to something more exhilarating. hmm Now, that's my house card of 6 months. Some of you may decide to stay where you're at. Um, for some of you, depending on how fast and what you're into, this person, y'all may move in together. This person may also have to leave their home or decide to move closer to you. Something about a house. Yeah, I just said they may decide to leave their home. This person wants a whole new beginning. They want to move and everything. It could be because of this ex. Anytime you show somebody where you live at, they now know where you live. And if you start a new relationship, then you have to always be looking over your shoulder, okay? If an ex will still come by your house, drive by your house, and do all that type of stuff. But the death card is something that's over but has a new start. Message of concern. Your person, how they feel about you, they really want to move this forward with you. Um, they want to make this stable. They don't want it to end. And the message or the way that they will begin to talk will confirm what I'm saying. Okay? Poverty and like the star, or what is that? The star or the wheel? This person has a lot of "are you gonna leave me to" issues. Judgment in reverse. Because they want things just to be fair. See, expectation. They're seeing you as a person that they really can expect something out of, but they have this underlying issue or something that they need to heal because of their past ex. Yeah, that you're not going to be exactly how they were. They don't see you as sly and thieving or anything like that. Unexpected income. If this person is about to come into some money, it also can be an inheritance. But unexpected money is coming in. Also can be coming in to you. This also could be a bonus, a salary, a pay raise, a entrepreneurial type of sale, a return on their investment or something that they sell. Also could be this house card in reverse, that they sell their house or rent their house out, something to that effect. But this person will notice also by being around you that their income, their status, their self-esteem also will change because you're bringing in star energy. Let's go ahead and wrap this up. What is this omen? The sexy man. Mars energy in reverse. Yeah, a lack of still self-esteem. They're going to notice that their self-esteem is going to start to change and improve. hmm This person, this ex, may also have done something to their car. or they may not have a car right now, but some money that they're expecting, they're about to change that. This is in reverse. Yeah, wealthy man. Whatever's going on with them, something that they're about to achieve or can achieve is going to turn them into something. See, that's my Leo, fifth house of dating. This person also wants a child or children. If you can't see there, if you can't have it, then I'm not talking to you, okay? If you can't have children. But this person wants a child or children, or they like they see you as very, some of you are shorter than this person, or with two of these cards being the same, you may just be the same average height as them. Two of my child cards. But this person is not playing. Okay, they are very serious. um I got both. This is two decks, same deck combined as one stack. Both of the judgment cards came out in reverse. So this person hopes that this is going to be fair this go round. You get me? They want this to work. Oh, look at this. When did this fall over here? This is 2 weeks to 2 years. A choice will be made about their own happiness and about competition. Whoever this other person is, other man, other woman, um, they don't see you as competition to nobody. But this person will be making a change here within the next 2 weeks, 2 years. And you're automatically going to start to see it anyway by their conversation by April the 14th, April the 12th, when Venus goes in direct and when Mercury goes direct. Venus will be leaving out of Pisces, I believe, moving into Aquarius. So that is where the innocence, the fun, the sparks, the exhilaration, the entertainment, the going out, the making or becoming of friends. But how this person see you, they see you as a very cuddly person, very nurturing, caring, attentive, um, a innocent type of energy, something brand new to begin, very carefree, very tender hearted, um, very like tender in your spirituality. You also can come across very innocent nature. Like you don't bother nobody, you don't cuss. You may cuss, but you don't cuss and fuss. Like you don't make a big deal out of stuff. Like your conversation is very tender and mild. You also could be very creative. And that you're very fun to be around. You like doing childlike things. This could be something that you will be expressing or showing to this person. And this person also will start to open up with you too. They're not doing it right now, but you will learn that this person also likes to have fun. They could have a lot of Leo in their chart, so could you. Also Scorpio. I did say Leo, right? Cancer, Capricorn, Libra. Definitely Libra and Aries. Scorpio, Taurus, Mars. I did say Aries, right? Sag energy. But this is how this person views you. Okay? So if I went too fast or something like that, always come back and replay it. Now, I know a lot of things is going on with the stock market right now. Okay? So I do want to pull a card on that because we do have the want to pull something on this stock market because this is talking about our resources, our finances, our investment, our money, our income. Commerce is what we buy, right? Commerce is everything that we get imported, export is commerce. Anything that you buy at Wally World, any food, all of that is commerce. And especially also if you're opening or starting your own business, you buy commerce to sell, right? So with the stock market doing what it's due, let's clarify this to find out what's happening. Because something is about to be bought in large quantity. Um, and that may feel like the opposite right now with the stock market going down and also with the lack of money. But do expect some type of unexpected income. See, happy, harmony, beauty, that's Venus. Complicated circumstances string along, puzzling, all tied up, unraveled, conundrum, tangled. So our resources, finances, and anything that you invest into right now is going to have a reconciliation. It is going to get better. It is all tied up, or it seems like you're being strung along in your investments, your stock. This is all alleged. Make sure you talk to a CFO or somebody that is an expertise in the field that you're thank you, that you're looking to where you invest your money. So make sure that you're talking to an investment banker, stock person, whatever. Okay. But our resources, your finances, anything that you are or will or want to invest into also can be a person. Okay. It's going to multiply. It's going to get better. There's also going to be a gift or some type of return. For example, and allegedly, if you have invested your money into something, you're going to get a return or a gift as a return, good investment. Okay? You will be happy and content with it. It says even reconciliation and love. So if you return or invest into love, it's going to be returned back. If you invest some money, you're going to get a good return investment. Now, I'm not saying that it's not complicated or a complicated circumstance. You may also feel that you're being strung along. And that's because Saturn is retrograde for the next 2.5 years. But it will get unraveled. Okay? Things are going to get unraveled. Things are going to get better. I'm going to pull a tarot on it, so hold on. Because I meant, y'all, we need to do, y'all, a money career investment. See, like I said, it's going through a metamorphosis. Stocks every day for years and years and years and years and years have been going up and down. That's nothing new. So I don't know why people are allegedly saying this and that, because certain people are doing this and doing that. The whole world, commerce, everything goes up and down. Okay? If people are buying, prices usually go up. If they're not buying, prices usually go down. Also can be vice versa. Now, you're the change is gonna come because it is time to reinvent yourself, reinvent your country, reinvent your world, your state, your city, whatever the case may be. Because it's time for evolution of the soul and or your environment. But everything or a lot of people are being closed off. Okay? Not embracing the change. So it's going to take longer for the metamorphosis to happen. Right? But a butterfly just don't never turn into a butterfly. It does come out of the metamorphosis stage. It does stop being in the cocoon at some point of time. But if you don't want to date, if you don't want love, then you're going to stay in the cocoon and you're never going to turn into the butterfly. So you will never get the reciprocation of the harmony, the gift, the contentment, the love, and the warmth as a return investment because you're still stuck in the cocoon. The same thing about up and down when it comes to stock market prices, everything like that. Nothing ever stays the same. So stop fussing, stop getting on the train wagon with everybody bitching and cussing and fussing. It's nothing new. Okay? It's nothing new. Strength card. Like I said, keep your strength. You got the strength to get through this and to hold on and also to do it. Y'all know I tell y'all all the time that the moon card is a fluctuation of what? You already know. Your line of credit and also commerce or money. We have just had an eclipse and y'all know the moon is tied to money, right? And also, let's just say the water of the ocean. So if the moon controls the tide and the levels of the ocean, it also is the fluctuation of our commerce and our feelings and emotions. Um, how we do feel about things, situation, and our money and our investments into love and partnership. Um, you feel that it's complicated, or you wanting to stay complicated about it. You do or is keeping the strength right now. You do have the strength. You are going to get through it, right? Just like you have before. And soon the burden will be gone. Two of Wands in reverse. Eight of Pentacles in reverse. So it's still going to be a delay. Page of Wands, new beginning, new start, new investment, a new learning curve, a new beginning, a new start. Okay. Y'all are just wondering, when do I start? Where do I start at? What do I start with? You're thinking, especially if you are an investor of money of sorts, you're contemplating. Just like I told you, your person is contemplating, you're contemplating. Do I want to reconcile? Do I want to start this relationship? Um, am I being strung along? Do I feel like, or do I want to be tied up? So you're thinking with the moon in reverse. If you weren't thinking about it, you wouldn't have the strength to do it also. Two of Wands in reverse, you don't know or don't see where this is going. Like I always just told you, you see the world in his hand. That is the commerce, right? That is the resources. That is the finances that goes all around the world. The money just don't stay in your country. It goes all around the world. This is why we call it stocks. This is why it stocks and eggs, dairy, bacon, meat, clothing, textile, etc., etc. So it doesn't just affect us, it affects everything and everybody. So the Ten of Wands, the burden is not done or over, not yet, even though you see it in reverse. That's not how I read that, because it's more work still or will be done. And it will continue another 9 days or another 9 weeks, or could be up until the month of September. And then things will get better. This is also why the strength card is here. You have the strength to make it 9 more months. You did 9 years. Okay. And the last 4 you did it, but you didn't know why or how you did it, even though things were high. So if you got through the past 4 or 5 years, you can get up until September. Come on now. Peace. There you go. Peace is going to come about. Some of you will reconcile with your person if you want, but I really feel that this is going to be somebody new. Addictions in reverse. Making more healthy attachments. Also, that can be who and what our resources, our money, and what we invest into to become whole again. Okay. To import or export large quantities. Afraid, fears. I don't know if that came in reverse or the upright because it flipped over here. What is this fears? A lot of people are so scared that things are not going to be back the same. You don't want things the same. Do I need to say that again? You don't want things the same. You want things different and or better. You don't want things the same, and you definitely don't want things worser. That's like saying, I want the same ex back. Or I want the same ex back but worser. No, you don't say that. You say I want something better than my ex and much more peace and lovelier, right? Something way better as a love relationship and a great prosperous abundant relationship. You don't say I want the same type of person back and or worser. So that's the same thing when things that we invest into, resources, money, stock, buying large quantities, commerce, whatever it is, laws, regulations. You don't want the same. You want something better, bigger, and better. You don't want the same and you don't want worser, right? So this is what a lot of people fears are because they are, see, their commitment. They're scared of these new commitments. And also the truth. Lines in reverse. So this is also why the hangman and the moon card is in, the hangman is here and the moon is in reverse. Because they're not understanding the new signs of truth. If you've been lied to for so long, then that's all you're used to. Relationship and connecting. Like I told you, relationships, commerce, income, resources, finances, and investments are going to reconnect. It's going to have a reconciliation, but people are just scared because things are changing. Okay? You don't have to be in love with the company for them to do business with you. It has to be a great contract, business partnership, or investment about large quantities of commerce. That's it. Ain't nobody trying to be nobody's best friend. Ain't nobody trying to be lovers. It's none of that. When you're talking about business and contract, investment, commerce, and money and people's resources, it needs to be peace. It needs to be a great, healthy contract and nothing that's addicting. Anytime you have something that's addicting, that means whoever's supplying you with the stuff that you addicted to is getting over on you. Because if you're a person that's doing something as an addict, that means you're unhealthy. But whoever you're purchasing from, they're good. Their money is increasing. They're able to buy more resources because you're an addict and you're giving all your money away. But that's about to end. Whether it's addiction to money, buying large stuff or quantities of stuff you don't need. Okay? Whether it's a business, company, government, country, or you personally, buying a whole bunch of stuff you don't need, you need the strength card. You need to hold on, hold out. If you don't need it, don't get it. Okay? Until these new commitments and settlements come in. It's in the works, Eight of Pentacles in reverse. It's just that everybody is stalling. A lot of these countries are stalling, but people are seeing it as oh, they're afraid, so it make you afraid. You jump on the bandwagon, and now you scared because you scared for a whole nother country. Okay, but the people are going to give in because that's how the world works. That's how commerce works. If you don't know and understand commerce, that's why he's holding the world in his hand. He's holding the world in his hand to see all what he can achieve out in the world, which is resources, finance, money, investment, money, income, commerce, multiply his money, and buy large quantities. This is why the world is in the hand. But if you don't understand that and you're only looking at it as a fear, okay, then you're going to feel that everything is complicated, everything is tied up, and things like that. No, countries and people are just delaying these contracts. They're going to give in. Can be less than 2 days, 2 months, 2 weeks. And then new initiatives will begin and start. Okay? Yep. May. I feel Rahu needs to move. Okay, we got that out the way, but I'm still gonna do y'all a finance reading. Maybe we'll do it tomorrow. We'll just do something about some finance or something. But I want to touch on that because a lot of times anytime my resource card like that comes out, I have to pay attention to it because it's about our current situation or your current situation about your money. Okay, everything is going to work out. Some of you expect some type of unexpected income. I don't know where it can be coming from, but it can be like extra money, extra direct deposit, extra assistance as a supplement. I don't know what it is, but something is going to be reconciled. Don't worry yourself. Just hang on, hang in there. You have the strength to get from now up until September. I do feel that it will be less than 2 years, but we will be moving forward. Things are going to get better. Um, I also will let you know if you do need to buy something in large quantities, such as surplus. We'll go over that because I did see that too. But it's a delay right now. Okay. A lot of people are thinking and contemplating. So that's going to be like 9 days, 9 hours, or 9 weeks, which is May and June. So still by July, things will start getting better. Okay. When it comes to our commerce and stuff. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.